Setting off, I was feeling edgy. Michael had warned me to hurry. Already this week, 4 civilians had been killed in a rebel ambush, and only a couple of days ago there was a shootout in this area. I could barely see a thing as we walked through the thick dark bush. I kept thinking that at any moment we could run into rebels. With our hearts beating as loud as the thunder, I thought a song might take our minds off the fear. It's amazing how quickly we bonded. Walking to Gulu with the night commuters is a time I'll never forget.
Did you hear them spinning in the house of the Lord? Did you hear them in the house of the Lord?
I couldn't believe how far these children walked. Every single night, alone and fearful. No hot meal waits for them when they arrive. No warm bath, no comfortable bed. Just the knowledge that they have survived one more night. And then suddenly out of the darkness, safety, the gate of the community shelter. My heart soared as our few voices were echoed by hundreds. When I was young, I had my parents, food, security, and a roof over my head. These kids want the same thing. But in Gulu, a safe night means bed on a hard concrete floor in a communal tent.
Somewhere over the rainbow, way up high, there's a land that I heard of once in a lullaby. Somewhere over the rainbow, skies are blue, and the dreams that you dare to dream really do come true.
My last day in Uganda. We were on our way to a nearby internally displaced persons, or IDP camp as it's known. Imagine the whole of Adelaide forced to pack up and move to a camp like this. But that's exactly what's happened here. As a result of the rebel conflict, over 1.7 million people have fled their villages and fields in fear. Many of these children would also be former child soldiers rescued from the LRA. The community now lives crowded together in these huge camps, forced to put their lives and livelihoods on hold.
Yeah, as you can see, the house is virtually empty. So at night, you spread out the mat and then somebody lie on that. Yeah. If you look at this house, there's literally nothing to show that there's a human life here. Yeah.
How tough must it be to live like this? Over 20,000 people share just 6 water wells, and there is only one emergency clinic.
In our culture, this is representing the food store. It's called a granary store. Now when you
So
look...
this is where the food is?
Yeah, this is where the food is supposed to be. And as you can see, there's nothing here. This is the sign of hunger, sign of starvation. There's nothing to eat.
The terrible thing about conflict is that it always brings hunger. These villagers cannot tend their fields for fear of rebel attacks, so they can't grow enough food for their families. Some of these mothers have already lost babies to malnutrition. To counteract the empty granaries, World Vision has introduced a food program in this displaced community.
Because of the war, the mothers cannot get food for their children.
Yeah.
They cannot get access or gain access to go to their field
To the land,
and plow. Yes. Now we are coming to show them how to use this foreign food which has been brought to them because they don't know how to handle it.
So because the food's so nutritious, the kids are getting so much more out of the meal and eating healthier.
That's definitely true. So it's a wholesome package for a child.
These women carry this on their head and carry one in their arm and have a baby on their back. I can't even lift it with my hands. It's full of water.
After the trauma we'd seen in Gulu, it was heartwarming to finally see such happy little faces and to know that at least this little group of malnourished babies was on the mend. But our time at the food program came to an abrupt end. Word had reached us that after 5 years in captivity, another child soldier had managed to escape the LRA. He was on his way to the Children of War Centre, and so were we. There he was, little more than a teenager, but because of the rebels, he had lost both his family and his youth. In borrowed clothes and with few other possessions, he was exhausted and clearly bewildered.
He walked for 3 days. Wow. From the national park where there are no people. He could have been eaten by wild animals, but he had to walk the long distance, 3 days, before he could report himself to the people.
Such an incredible welcome, I don't know if he knows what to do.
After the brutality of abduction, the warm spirit of celebration and acceptance from everyone here at the centre had to be overwhelming.
As you can see, he's still not very sure of what is happening here. He has recognized 1 or 2 guys he has met with in the bush. The small bag you see here is all the possessions he has.